Sean Beltran and Dave Uhrig at Savage Stadium in Lamar, where the Beat Diggers lead 26-12 going into the fourth quarter, outscoring Lamar in that third quarter by a 7-0 count on Joe Ginther's third touchdown pass of the game. And every time we say that, Dave, it seems a little bit more unbelievable.
I know it, but getting back here into the moment here, Brush just needs no turnovers, no stupid penalties, and some first downs.
Second down and 11 from their own 36. Briggs in motion to the left. Hebner handoff up the middle, left side, first down to the 45, swinging it to the outside as he's ankle tackled by Walker at the 47-yard line. And that is a beautiful gain of 11 yards for Nate Hebner.
Yeah, just the Brush trap, the famous trap that they've ran for years and years. Hebner just runs right behind the trap that James Ginther did right there. He's the right guard. He pulled to the left side. They give Hebner the ball on the right side of the quarterback, and then he just follows that guard and ran for 10 yards.
And they don't need to score here because if they can chew up some clock, as you said, that would accomplish one goal. But I don't see Brush punting anytime soon. In motion to the right is O'Kelly. First and 10 from their 47, and a collision between Ginther and the running back. Ginther now keeps the football as he caught it off a little collision, and he's down at the 46-yard line. And obviously just a big problem there, a busted play.
You bet. That's miscommunication and a loss of focus, and just about resulted in a fumble. And that's something the Diggers can't afford to have happen here.
Yeah, Ginther has done so well trying to fake out this Lamar defense with counter plays, and I think it was Hebner that he collided with on that play.
Yeah.
And that is very rare considering that those two have been very, very smooth today. Hebner the lone setback. Couple of receivers to the left. Now O'Kelly in motion. Back to pass Ginther over the middle. Complete. And short of a first down to Kyle Temple at the 46-yard line. Nonetheless, they got 8 yards on the play. And now it's third down and only 3. And again, as we said before, that's what Brush has been doing today, getting into third and short situations, extremely manageable situations.
You bet. And right there on that play, what happened was Lamar's starting to send some more linebackers. And there's no linebackers back there, so what Brush does is they fake the handoff, and then they just send Temple from his tight end position right there behind the linebackers and throw a little dump to him.
Third and 3 for the Lamar 46-yard line. Ginther's going to keep it himself and go nowhere. Hit at the 49-yard line on his own side of the field, losing 5 yards, and that was read beautifully by a couple of those savages who really thought that Ginther was going to run the ball because obviously they weren't looking at anybody else on that Brush backfield.
Yeah, missed block, and then they're sending linebackers. Linebackers look like heroes when they're on a blitz and nobody picks them up, and that's what happened right there.
Well, I shouldn't have said that Brush is not going to punt anytime soon because I just jinxed them, and there is a punt upcoming now. And there's the high snap, and Goddenas gets it off. This is going to be a short kick. It'll bounce at the 26-yard line, take a Beat Digger bounce inside the 25 to about the 22, and that's where this Lamar team will set up shop.
Tell you what, that was scary right there, John, because a lot of that happened in one of our junior high games, and I know I've seen it happen at the college level where a guy that's on the punt team runs down there and he just puts his hand on the ball and just walks off. Well, that ball's not dead as long as it's still wiggling a little bit. And if the official hasn't blown the whistle, it's a live ball. So all the Diggers are standing around there looking at the ball. A Lamar guy could have picked it up and just ran right past him all the way down the field for a touchdown. Alertly, Drew Tedford went over there and picked the ball up and handed it to the official.
A punt of 29 yards now with 9:34 to go in the game. The quarterback, Jake Walker, under center in motion to the right. Valdez. Walker will roll to his left, wanting to throw. Has Bryant underneath. Will throw the ball to Bryant. Incomplete. Off his hands at the 39-yard line on the left sideline. Well defended by Bobby O'Kelly, who certainly has picked up his game, Dave.
You bet. And also Kyle Temple came from his defensive end position there. Just had a ton of pressure on Walker, and Walker ended up on the ground right after he threw the ball. It was a good play by Temple. No roughing the passer, and one of those situations where Walker's going to remember that. When he lets go of the ball, he better plan on getting hit.
With all this pressure that the Digger defense is putting on Walker, he's been pretty much infallible. You smell that there could be an interception sometime soon because now the Diggers are ready for them to pass on every down.
Exactly. And, when you start to press, you've seen this in basketball, 1,000 times. It's a really close game. A team's been trying to catch up, and then all of a sudden they have to start making things happen. That's when mistakes happen, and it plays into the favor of the other team.
Second down and 10 for the 22. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, one setback. The throw to the right, incomplete. actually to the left, intended for Matt Lira at the 29-yard line on a little slant pattern defended over there by David Cummings. And it appeared there, as it has been the case before, that some of these timing patterns are not well timed by Lamar.
Right, and there's a mental part of all these high school sports, and football is one of them. I know I see it in wrestling all the time. Right now I'm starting to see a lot of the Lamar kids starting to throw their hands up in the air. When they make a mistake, they throw their hands up in the air like, what am I doing wrong? Or, Coach, it's not my fault, or something like that. That time I saw Walker throw his hands up in the air, and that's a good sign for Brush.
3rd down and 10 from their own 22. Quick drop of Pompey, drops the football. Walker picks it up. It's loose again. I think the Beat Diggers might have jumped on it at the 14-yard line. Matt Manier pointing the Beat Diggers' way. They'll unpile the bodies. Brush is going to have the football according to them and according to the referee. It is recovered over there. Is that Jared Marwitz coming up with the goods? I think it was, Dave.
You bet. Jared Marwitz applying some pressure on Walker. Walker came out from underneath the quarterback. I don't think he really had a good, or out from underneath the center, and I don't think he really had a good handle on the ball. And he was kind of bobbling it and tripping. Pretty soon the ball ended up on the ground, and Marwitz was right there to fall on it.
Now the Beat Diggers have the football at the 14, and you've got the same smile now that you had when you were 5 years old, just waiting for that candy.
You betcha. This is a great opportunity for Brush to just punch it in the end zone here real quick and pound the last nail in the coffin.
1st and 10 from the Lamar 14, leading 26-12 in the 4th quarter. Bobby O'Kelly gets the end around. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and the play was made over there beautifully by Alexi Kelly, the 5'11", 200-pound senior defensive lineman. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Again, no gain for Bobby O'Kelly on that end around. We are under 9 minutes to go from Lamar.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that number 71, he was, for Lamar, he was right there, Alex Kelly, and I'll tell you what, he was right there. He made the big tackle, and that's not something Brush was hoping for there. I think Brush was hoping they could stick it in the end zone just real fast on this one.
The lone setback is Hepner in motion to the left is Briggs. Handoff, Hepner, big hole right side of the 10, runs over a man at the 5. He's got a first down to around the 3, a gain of 11. And if it wasn't for Angelo Valdez, Hepner would be celebrating his first touchdown of the game.
You bet, and that takes Hepner to 86 yards today on 19 carries, and Brush is just running right at him. They're asserting their dominance on the line of scrimmage. The offensive line are the guys right here that are the heroes for Brush because they're the ones that are going to win the game here.
Yeah, let me point out that Hepner did score the opening touchdown for Brush from 5 yards out. They're now at the 3-yard line, and they could take a 3-touchdown advantage perhaps on the next play.
Look at that. They got Geno and Hepner in the backfield now.
1st and goal from the 3. Ginther turns around, handoff, Geno left side. He drives to about the 1. A gain of 2.
Boy, that's huge. You got Hepner and Geno in the backfield. You talk about opportunity to run with some power.
J.J. Lopez makes the play for Lamar, and it is 2nd down and goal from the 1. The Beat Digger crowd can smell it across the way. A home game a week from today. 26-12 right now, and we said it'd be the first to 30, and there's no way that Lamar's going to get there first unless Brush absolutely collapses. 2nd and goal for the 1. Baxton and I. Hepner in front of Briggs. Ginther hands off. Briggs right side. Touchdown for the Beat Diggers. He pulled his way into the end zone, getting by a defensive lineman for the Savages. The Diggers lead by 20 from Lamar. It's 32-12.
A flag just came down on the field right over there. The officials are talking to some of the Savages. And, again, I think we're in a situation here where Lamar's losing some composure and starting to throw their hands up in the air and losing the game physically. Now they're starting to lose it mentally.
By the way, if you don't hear that overwhelming crowd in the background, Dave and I are behind the windows. It's a very chilly day, Dave, and we wanted to have some very comfortable accommodations.
Oh, I am so thankful, John. I'm so thankful that we're sitting up here and we're not sitting out there because I can tell it's getting a little bit more wet and a little bit more wet. It's not a rain that's coming down. It's just a mist that's kind of just in the air.
Yeah, sometimes it's almost worse.
Yeah, these people out here, I can tell they're soaked through and through.
32-12 Brush, and that penalty, I believe, was against Lamar, and I would assume that they're going to assess it right now. Now the Beat Diggers have called a timeout. Let's keep it right here. They've got a couple of timeouts remaining. And at this point, Dave, there's plenty of time left on the clock, but Lamar, which already reduced themselves to a one-dimensional offense by almost exclusively throwing in the 3rd quarter and early in the 4th, now is truly a one-dimensional offense, whether they want to be or not.
Yeah, they're forced to put a bunch of points on the board in a hurry, and they're not going to do it on the ground because Brush has stuffed their rushing game. The defense has come to play in Lamar today, and Lamar hasn't been able to run the ball.
Now the Beat Diggers are going to go for two because that penalty was against Lamar. Apparently a personal foul type. The ball's at the 1. Baxton and I. In motion to the left is Temple. Movement in the backfield by Briggs, who's going to get hit. They should whistle that dead. He was hit at the 3-yard line, but they've got to whistle that dead because the referee threw the flag even before the ball was snapped, and he has thrown the flag and whistled it dead.
Yeah, Shiloh did jump on that, and sometimes that's just enough to screw up the timing and keep a play from going forwards and make it go backwards. So Lamar's going to decline this thing, and Brush is going to have to kick it off.
Well, that's if the play. I guess the play did count. Yeah, from what you're saying, the play would count, and that means the Beat Diggers, again, like you said, would kick off, leading 32-12 over Lamar. 7:28 to go in the game. We're back in 1 minute on AM 1010 KSIR.
Last year, I didn't like television. I mean, I enjoyed it. I'll tell you what.
That was a 4-play, 14-yard drive for the Beat Diggers, taking advantage of a turnover, a fumble recovery by Jared Marwitz. Shiloh Briggs from 1 yard away, and it's 32-12, a drive that took 1 minute and 51 seconds. And now the Diggers to kick off with Shiloh Briggs to do it, so that penalty was declined on the 2-point conversion. It was an illegal motion penalty, and Lamar still waiting to get out on the field.
They're taking their big number 76, Joe Herrera. He's a 6-foot, 250-pound offensive and defensive lineman. They just kind of helped cart him off the field. Evidently something's wrong there with his ankle or his knee.
The kickoff will be fielded by Lucero at the 13-yard line, running left to the 20, has a seam to the outside, breaks a tackle at the 28, still on his feet at the 40, knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line, a return of 33, and that's something that you mentioned earlier, Dave. If there's one weakness on this Beat Digger team, it's special teams.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, right there, Travis Bass just flew in there, a freshman. He had his ankle wrapped up, but there was nobody else there to help make the tackle, and Travis left his feet, so he wasn't able to finish him off, and Michael Cummings flew in here at the end and made the tackle on the Lamar sideline.
We have a game update from Kevin Schaefer back at the studio. Back to Kevin.
All right, thanks, guys. Let's give you some finals in 2A. Eaton holds off Kent Denver 28-26. Burlington beats Cedar Ridge by 19. Akron also rolled today, beating Custer County 41-0. Back out to you.
Handoff in the middle to Lucero. Nice gainer across the 50 to the 48-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. A couple of Beat Diggers in on the play from that linebacker position. Josh Deal around the football. The Beat Diggers will take this all afternoon because running is not going to get the job done for Lamar.
You bet. Lamar, I don't know if they're thinking they're going to set the pass up with their running game, but I'm sure Brush could care less, and they're just going to play an umbrella kind of defense, just bend and bend and bend and try not to break. And if they do break, just don't break very fast.
Nice day to mention the word umbrella. 2nd down and 4. Lamar for the Brush 48-yard line. Quick drop. Heaves it down the left sideline, incomplete, well over the head of the intended receiver at the 20, Matt Lera. As a matter of fact, Mitch Muniz looked like the receiver at the 18-yard line, and now the Diggers are starting to read those fade patterns, which wasn't the case in the early going when Valdez had that 30-yard reception leading to the opening score of the game.
Right. Muniz just had great coverage there. He was the only one that was in position to make a catch on the ball, and Lera didn't have a step on him either. He was right with him step by step, and some great coverage.
3rd down and 4 to go. The Beat Diggers on defense. Lamar with the football at the 48-yard line on the Brush side. Back to pass. Walker throwing to his left, complete at the 40. Down the left sideline. 1st down inside the 35 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 18. Matt Lera makes the catch before he's rolled out of bounds, and that's a good play on 2 ends because they get the 1st down, and he was tackled out of bounds, so the clock will not restart with the movement of the chains.
Yeah, and that takes Lamar up to 120 yards passing today on 23 attempts. To throw the ball 23 times in a high school football game is a real commitment to your passing game.
And to only average less than 5 yards per attempt is not very good, and that's a testament to the Beat Digger defense this afternoon.
Right on.
1st and 10 for Lamar at the Beat Digger 31-yard line. The backs are split. Walker under center. In motion to the right is Valdez with 6:35 to go in the game. Back to pass. Walker pumps. He's going to heave it down the left sideline. That's well out of bounds towards the pylon, intended for Bryant at around the 6-yard line. Bobby O'Kelly was well ahead of the receiver. Ferrancini around the football, too, and that's good news for the Diggers.
You bet. And right there on that play, Walker kind of dropped back, and then Bryant went out on his pass. He went out and just ran straight to the sideline. Samples was out there with his coverage in the flats, so he wasn't open there. So Walker went ahead and gave him the pump fake, which was the signal to go ahead and go downfield. He threw it down there and just threw it too deep.